Put some on my, does these pants make my butt look big? It's been a year and a half since I bought these Filson double tin pants, and I have to say they're worth every penny. I wear them all the time outside when I'm working anywhere, you know, where it's going to be wet or moist or muddy. It really helps keep. They're not waterproof pants, but they are great pants for working in wet kind of environments, or where, you know, you're rubbing up against something that's wet. I mean, they're actually just fantastic. I can't really say enough about them. You can see by looking at them, I think I've only waxed them once. And you can see from here, the knees suck up most of the wax that you apply on here. If you look at the back side, like this area here, kind of on the back in the thigh area, it's still has that nice thick layer of wax on it, which is good because when I sit down on something, this is the area that I want not to soak up water. So anyway, in this video I'm going to show you how to, if you have tin pants, how to apply another layer of wax on it to help seal it and protect everything. It's pretty easy. The only couple things are, it's usually best to do it inside. I'm outside right now and it's about 40 degrees. So you want to do them while the pants are warm. I just had these by the fire inside, so they're kind of warm and they're kind of soft and a little bit more pliable. Filson sells their own oil finish wax. This came with the pants itself. I looked to see about getting a replacement one of these because I've only put this on once, and you can see I've gone through more than half of it in doing that. So I looked to see how much another one of these were, and they were over $100 for this little tin. So anyway, I looked online to see if I can find some comparison, and I found this Otter wax. It's a fabric dressing. It says here, fabric care, heat activated fabric dressing, all natural waterproof wax. So there's what the can looks like right there. And this, I think, was, I forget, I'll put it down below on what this can was, but it, I don't have the screwdriver right in front of me, but much more economical, this can here. So I'm going to continue using the Filson until I use this all up and seal these pants again, get these knees, because you don't want the fabric will last longer if it's sealed with the wax. Other couple things about these pants. If you saw from the first video that I had, it seemed to be hard to button up, and these ones here, the pants have gotten so pliable that that's not even remotely an issue of buttoning these back up again. I still use my my pocket watch as my knife holder. It works good. I forget that my knife's even in there, and I haven't had any issues with that. So that's that. My suspenders that I told you about, I didn't buy the $100 Filson suspenders. I bought this other off-brand, and they've worked perfectly. I've had no issue with them. These ones here have, you know, real leather straps here at the where it connects to your pants, and it's adjustable. I mean, they're suspenders. How can you go wrong? Anyway, other than that, no issues with these pants whatsoever. So let's get started on sealing them up. We'll start right here on the front. where where it's worn out a little bit here. And let me see if I can get the camera over there in a little better position to see what I'm doing. So, actually, while we're here, we'll look at this Otter wax. See what's going on in here. Looks pretty much exactly the same. We'll and the other thing too is probably keep these and get these warm too inside the house before you apply them. I've been out here for a few minutes now and things are getting a little colder. My pants are starting to cool off. So anyway, I take a little bit with my fingers. That seems a bit, I mean, you could put gloves on, I guess, and do that, but that's not the way I go about doing it. So basically you rub it in, and if it's warmer out, it kind of soaks in a little bit better. So that's why I recommend you do it kind of inside. I'll take these inside when I'm done applying this and set them by the heater, and it'll soak in. But you know, use a liberal amount, and you just rub it in. Now, when you first put it on, it's gonna seem really like greasy, and it's gonna feel like, man, I don't really want to touch these pants. But that's just the way it is for probably a few hours after you put it on, and it kind of has a chance to soak in, and from your body heat, you know, it'll soak in. Changes the color of the pants too, and you can see I'm putting on, you know, quite a bit. So you can use this up pretty fast. I've only out of the year that I've had these, I've only waterproofed them, I think, once. I may have done it twice, but I think it's just once. So, but yeah, I can't believe why they sell this for $100. I mean, is it really any different, you know, than this? Tell you what, it's a little chilly out here. My fingers are numb. So yeah, definitely do this in a warm area. It'll just make it easier, and it'll go on a little smoother. This just seems to be the best place for me to show what I'm doing here. Try and get around all the seams and the hemming and stuff on here, because that'll also help preserve those threads from, you know, rotting out if that's an issue. Get into all the nooks and crannies. Make sure you get down at the bottom area, because that's what stays the most and gets wet the most, is down below. So it's there's not much for me to share with you guys on this. It's just a matter of taking this wax and rubbing it all on. So I'm going to continue to do this. There's no reason for you to watch me cover all these pants, and I'll show you what they look like when I'm done. Alright, this is going to be an interesting experiment. I ran out of the Filson stuff just on the one leg putting this on. So you can see here it looks really greasy, and it is waxy, I guess. But yeah, I ran out on this leg here. And then I wanted to show you this. So this is going to be a really good test. I'll tell you why. Because which side is that? My right side is going to be the Filson wax, and the left side leg is going to be the Otter box wax. So we'll see, and I'll come back later on and show you if I saw a difference from my right leg versus my left leg on how this worked. So one of the things I was just getting ready to do was use this Otter box wax, and unlike the Filson where it was really soft, and these are both inside, I was able to take the Filson and rub it on easily. But the the Otter box stuff, it's hard as a rock. I can't even begin to budge that either. So I'm not sure. Maybe I should read the directions. Remove label before use. Place in 1.5 inch of cool water. Simmer. Oh, I guess I should have read the directions before I started. Simmer on medium heat. Reduce at 180 degrees. Wait until wax is uniformly melted. Use a brush or soft cloth to apply. Allow excess wax to drip back into tin. Apply pressure to prevent crusting. Only use as much wax as you can be absorbed. Rub into fabric with fingers for uniformity. Remove tin only when completely cooled. Curing. Store wax items in a warm, dry place. And that's it. Clean with gently wash in cold water. Blah blah blah. All right. So I was going to use a heat gun to heat this up. I guess I better follow the directions. So let me go inside and put this in 1.5 inches of cool water. Simmer on medium heat. Wait until wax is uniformly melted. All right. Let's do that. Alright, now that I've been slaving over a hot stove all day, actually, it only took me about, it's pretty thinned out now, see that? It took 10 minutes, I think, to turn this completely into liquid. You see it there. So we're going to do like the directions say, and we're going to paint some on here. Well, it is definitely a different process than the Filson. So this is going to be interesting. It's more like a wax. I mean, it is a wax, but it's not soaking. It's not soaking into the pants. Holy crap! Wow. That's interesting. Not sure I'm going to want to put this all over these these pants. Look at that. It's not soaking in. It immediately cools. It may have soaked in a little bit. Huh. Really interesting. Not what I expected at all. I'm not sure what to do now. I don't want to spend $100 on every time I want to seal these pants. Actually, it looks like, well, yeah, $100 every 1.5 times I want to seal this. I thought this Otter wax would have worked. Only use as much wax as can be absorbed. What the hell? How do I limit that? Put my finger in that? No, that's pretty hot. So, to prevent crusting. Well, that's definitely what I got going on here. I got this. It's just like pouring a candle over this. Alright, tell you what, there is no way I'm gonna go through all of these pants this way. So there's got to be a better way. And I got these knees area that I got to work on. Well, I had to move indoors, so yeah, it was too cold out there. So, just to recap, this is the Filson oil finish wax on this side of the pants, on the right leg. I'm going to leave this on. I'm not going to do anything more to this side. So we're gonna do a test. We're going to see how Filson oil wax does on this side, and then on this side is what we were working on out there with the Otter wax. You can see in this, it didn't quite go on as smoothly as the Filson wax or oil. What's it called? Filson oil finish wax. It's a little more clumpier on here. I'm going to see if now that I'm on the inside here and it's warmer, if I can smooth this out and get rid of some of these little bumps and stuff in here. If you look here, you can see, you know, it's not quite as smooth, but it did cover, but it's yeah, it's not as nice looking. So I'm going to take my little heater here. Oh yeah, that is a big difference. Yeah, that is, that's the ticket right there. Let's see if we can see that. That's just much better. It smoothed it out a lot more. So, let me see. So we'll do the back side here. Same way. So that way when I sit down, my butt's somewhat protected. Work that in. Don't let it cool off. Kind of push it into the fabric. More. Just work it so that it doesn't cool completely down. Make sure you get the seams real well, because as soon as your threads start, turn this off so you can hear me. As soon as your threads start to rot out, and then of course the rest of your pants go with it. So make sure you get these seams really well. know whether or not I want to go above this area up here or just leave this wax down here. I don't know. Kind of spilt some wax on there, but that kind of comes off. I think I'll leave it like that because my shirt and jacket kind of covers that. That way it leaves that kind of soft, and when I go outside it won't be as stiff. Oh. Alright, I think I'll just continue down the legs. My right leg, the front of the pants was the Filson finish wax. The back side, if I had more of the Filson finish wax, I would have done the back side with that too, but I don't. So on the back side, it looks like I'm going to do both. The back side still has a pretty good layer on it from the previous applications. So it doesn't need quite that much. They have a special wax brush I'm going to look at getting for the next time on this. So I'll put the link down in the bottom of the YouTube video description of the brush that I'm talking about, in case you want to get that. It's a little stiffer brush that you can work instead of using your fingers. The only thing I like using my fingers is my fingers are warm, so it helps kind of soften this a little bit and work it in. Be interesting. I go outside where it's 30 degrees out and watch my pants turn into this giant stiff piece of leather. It's not leather, it's canvas, but that's quite a bit on here. So this was the right leg with the Filson. I mean, you could tell in that knee area that it's not quite as covered. I feel like I want to put some of that wax on here to help cover that. And if you look at the other knee, or I use the Otter wax, it's got a nice coverage on that area. And your knees are what's going to soak in the most. So automatically I can see the difference, that the Otter wax definitely covers more. And it'll be interesting to see when I go outside how these hold up. So anyway, we're gonna leave it lopsided this way by the Filson oil finish wax on the front of the right leg, and the Otter wax on the left leg, the front of the left leg. Of course, I put Otter wax on the back side and on the rear to protect everything. And I think that's it. All right, so that's it. So I think the next step is I'm going to go outside and put them on, or I should say put them on and then go outside and see if it stiffens up on me and they turn completely white. So we'll see. Anyway, this is the like I said, the Otter wax. You're supposed to take the label off before you put it in the hot water, just to let you know, but it still worked regardless. Look at that, I dripped some water on it and it's just beading off of it. All right, so let's see what they do outside. All right, well, I've been outside for about 30 minutes and the pants didn't turn completely white and stiffen up on me. They work really well. I can't. I can see a difference in the Filson side versus the Otterbox side. The knee isn't quite as saturated as the Otterbox did, because I was really able to put a lot on and rub it in. But it works really well. I kind of have a feeling that the Otterbox is a little bit more waterproof than the Filson oil wax finish. But we'll see. So I guess check back. I'll put another video a few months from now and let you guys know which side seems to hold up better, the Filson or the Otterbox. But $20 versus $100, I'm going to go with the $20. A little bit more work, but you know, it wasn't that bad as long as you're doing it inside and you heat it up. And I think using this wax brush, I'll put a link down there of what I'm talking about. I think that'll really work it in, so you don't have to, you know, quite use your fingers quite as much. But that doesn't bother me either. Anyway, I guess that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
A quick little reminder, I came in from outside and looked at this, took them off, and you can see that, yeah, that did whiten up a little bit on some areas where the wax was a little bit heavier and didn't get rubbed in. It's not too bad. I mean, they always, when you first wax them, they look a little shoddy, but as the wax kind of works itself in and rubs off and so forth, it does okay. But yeah, it doesn't look the best. The Filson is a little bit nicer looking when it applies. It's probably the same exact stuff, except Filson thinned it out with some kind of naphtha thinner or something. I'm not sure. But, you know, these are for my work pants. I'm not going to wear them to church or anything like that. So I really don't care what they look like. I care that they keep my legs warm. And, well, let me take that back. These pants do not keep your legs warm. You need to wear, if it's cold outside, I suggest a pair of long johns on underneath. That's what's going to keep your legs warm. But they protect them from the elements, from the snow when you're kneeling down in the wet water. You know, walking through you know, wet brush. You know, the thistles and brambles. These pants work great. So the fact that I have a little white discoloration on here, it doesn't bother me that much, and I think it'll eventually go away and rub off. So, you know, I still think it's a good deal, especially for 20 bucks. It does what it needs to do. They don't need to look perfect. I'm back. I took the heat hair dryer to these pants again and reworked those areas that were white. Basically, they were just a little thicker area of the wax that, you know, didn't quite get rubbed, you know, evened out enough. So I took the hot air dryer to it and kind of worked it back in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these outside for about 30 minutes and bring them in and see what they look like. Well, my pants have been sitting outside for about 30 minutes, and yeah, all those white areas that I had showed previously, they've all gone away. So it was just a matter of not really smoothing it all in and rubbing it in really well. So if you do that and you're you know, kind of take your time, I think it'll work out. They work out just great. So anyway, just wanted to give you that little update.